The Calgary Flames are back to winning ways after a dramatic and emphatic win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. With the team looking sleek in their Blasty uniforms on home ice, the best story in the entire NHL took over. You can argue that the Flames as a whole are the best story in hockey, but there's one man in particular who takes the cake. We're going to dive into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And let's talk about that win last night. We are back in the win column and another very exciting game. It seems like the Flames really only play, the best games possible, and they're so exciting as, a casual or as just someone who has completely zero bias, or they play the most boring game ever like the one in Seattle. That game was honestly horrendous, but they've played some great games and once again back to their winning ways as boom, 4-3 win in a shootout last night against the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's always fun when the Penguins are in town. A lot of people from the younger generations grew up loving Sidney Crosby. A lot of people from a little bit older of generations grew up watching Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, so they absolutely love the Penguins. So it is a hot ticket when the Pens are in town in the Dome. It was on fire last night for a Tuesday. Another scratchy Tuesday and a great game it was. The Flames getting that 4-3 win with a last-minute tying goal by Nazem Kadri. Absolutely fantastic with the empty net. So good to see that the Flames rallied and obviously ended up taking the dub. Now, if we get into the box score here, the players who did get points, Rasmus Andersson, another phenomenal game for him. He gets a goal and an assist and another stare down of an opposing team's fan. Yes, even though this game was in Calgary, he was still able to find a Penguins fan in the first row, stared him down. That was absolutely hilarious once again. What a season he's having. I know it's only, 6 games in. He has to be in the Norris conversation, as is the man below him in the box score here with a goal as well. Both Andersson and Weegar have 3 goals on the season. They're on pace for 40 goal seasons. What amazing players they have been. Offensively, they can chip in, and defensively, they can do their due. So they are playing absolutely amazing. Great to see. As I mentioned before, Kadri got the other goal with that last-minute winner. We saw Blake Coleman, the Texas Tiger, get a couple assists. Ryan Lamborghini, Justin Kirkland, and Daniil Miramanov getting the other assists. And we will have a lot on Justin Kirkland later in this video, as I'm sure you could have guessed from the thumbnail and the intro. But let's quickly get into the other man who stood out, and that was Dustin Wolf. If you look at the goalie stats comparatively between Wolf and Nedeljkovic last night, Wolf easily outperformed the Penguins netminder. He faced 38 shots, made 35 saves, gave up the 3 goals, of course, but a .921 save percentage. And once again, Dustin Wolf staying undefeated on the year, 3-0-0. He has at least the Calder Trophy coming to him, maybe the Vezina, and maybe the Stanley Cup if he keeps playing like this. Nedeljkovic did not go as well. He's not in the conversation for those trophies. Just the 25 shots against for only 22 saves, an .880 save percentage. If he played like Wolf, the Flames definitely would not have brought that game to overtime and eventually the shootout, of course. But what's really amazing to note is that the Calgary Flames are off to the best start in their 52-year franchise history. Yes, in the 52 years of Calgary Flames hockey. You look at, kind of the dynasty days of the late 80s, and those teams, none of them ever started 5-0-1. And I know back in the day you had ties and it was a little bit different the way games worked out, but still, none of those teams finished, or started, I should say, better than 5-0-1, which this Flames team has. Who saw that coming? Absolutely no one. It's so phenomenal to see. I know everyone is pumped up about this. What a hot start. But the main thing we want to talk about is the best story in the NHL. And of course, it's the man on the thumbnail. It's the man who's got the Costco theme going. It is, of course, Journeyman Kirkland, also known as Justin Kirkland with the Kirkland signature. He's the man who had the shootout winner last night. I know the eventual decider was the Dustin Wolf save, but Justin Kirkland had the shootout winner. What an amazing move it was. A bit of a little dipsy-do, go around and then back, kind of a bit of a toey around no one, but either way, it was absolutely gorgeous. What a play from him. And this is a phenomenal article here we have to just cap off the best story in the NHL, written by Darren Hayes of the Canadian Press. So he writes, Journeyman Kirkland, absolutely absolutely living the dream with Calgary Flames. Oh man, if only some players knew, Matthew Tkachuk, Noah Hanifin, that they could have also been living the dream with the Calgary Flames in Calgary. Oh boy, where would we be? As the Calgary Flames continue to defy expectations, delivering their latest victory on Tuesday night was Justin Kirkland, whose NHL journey has been just as improbable, and it truly, truly has. As the Calgary I already read that. 9 days after scoring his first NHL goal, the 28-year-old journeyman center scored his first shootout deciding goal as the Flames rallied late for a 4-3 victory over the Penguins. We all remember that goal he had against the Edmonton Oilers. What a selly, what a moment. With 11 points in its first 6 games, Calgary, 5-0-1, is off to its fastest start in franchise history, with Kirkland a fitting poster child. It's totally the unexpected. It's the underdog story, and the Flames and Kirkland are both running with it strong. I just heard my name called, and I looked back to double check. Me? Said Kirkland with a chuckle. Obviously, when it came to his name being called for the shootout. It was exciting. I knew I had a job to do, and that was to go out and try to score. Happy that it went in, and obviously Wolf made a big save on the next one. So all in all, fantastic night, just absolutely living the dream. What amazing words from Costco Kirkland himself. Just an amazing guy to have on this team, in the organization. We love him. We've been talking about how the Flames want to acquire another center. No, keep this guy. The vibes are there, and clearly the results are there too. Kirkland's goal came in the 6th round of the shootout. Dustin Wolf then denied Evgeny Malkin to clinch the win. So essentially, Justin Kirkland is a better hockey player than Evgeny Malkin. Confirmed. You've heard it here first. I got to play with Kirkland in my first pro year in Stockton, and as soon as I saw he was going for the shootout, I knew we were going to win said Wolf. He's Mr. Automatic when it comes to shootouts. I don't think I've seen him miss yet. Best quote of the entire night was, of course, that one. Hearing Dustin Wolf not only say that, we were going to win as soon as Kirkland went in, but Mr. Automatic, he's got a new nickname. He's got the Kirkland signature already. He's got, everything involved with Costco, but now Mr. Automatic as well. So great. That scouting report was corroborated post-game by Coach Ryan Huska. Clearly, he knew what was up as well. A 3rd-round pick by Nashville in 2014, the forward from Winnipeg, Manitoba, entered the year with 412 games in the minors and just 9 NHL games on his resume, during which he had gone scoreless, 0 points. Now he's doing a lot more than that. He's got a goal and an assist, and now a shootout winner in 4 games with the Flames. Talk about production. He's a good person that has worked a long time to try to get himself here, and now he's having some success, said Huska. So it's really a nice story for us to be a part of. Here we got a quote from Kadri as well. It's inspiring, said Kadri, who tied the game with 43 seconds left in the 3rd period and the goalie pulled. I really had no idea of his story when he came up here, learned more about him becoming my teammate and obviously scoring his first goal, so it's always a guy you're rooting for when he puts in the work as well, and he's a good teammate. Certainly seems that way. Kirkland is just soaking it all in. It's special, he said. Just coming in every day, trying to have a good attitude, good work ethic, and I'm in the lineup. Great, and a way that I can help this team win. That's what I'm willing to do. So nice to hear. Calgary dealt away several core pieces at last year's trade deadline, opening up spots for guys like Kirkland. Now the rebuilding Flames continue to prove skeptics wrong. We understand the expectation of ourselves, but we understand the expectation of the outside world as well, said Kadri. And I think that motivates us and fuels the fire a little bit. You always want to prove people wrong, and that's what we're trying to do this year. So again, we've got Kirkland's underdog story. We have the Flames' underdog story. It's just inspiring all over the place. And it's so exciting as Flames fans who, haven't quite had as much excitement as other fan bases over the last however many years you want to put in there. But it's so nice to see that the Flames are the best story in the NHL, and more specifically, Justin Kirkland is the best story in the NHL. Let's hope it continues. What an opportunity, and he is taking advantage of it. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do. And this one comes from the most recent video about the new trade targets for the Flames, supposedly. And it comes from Bobby North. And Bobby says the Flames' young forwards are looking great in the NHL and the AHL this year so far. None of these names, except maybe Pinto, moves me in the least. And honestly, I completely agree. As the person who made the video, I know I voiced some of my opinions in that video yesterday and kind of said I wouldn't be taking a look at any of these guys, but I do agree. Out of all of them, maybe Pinto. But it's great to see the young guys playing well at the NHL level and just carving it up at the AHL level as well. So nice to see their development. let's just keep it intact and see what happens. Clearly, so far, it's working. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.